Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Again, I'll apologise if I sound a bit odd. I am currently on antibiotics for an abscess under my back tooth. Not pleasant. So I'm here to share with you all the finished pages that I did in May. Excuse me, there are quite a few, so we'll just get started. So we did a colour along together in Seasons, Hannah Carlson's book. And we did this one together, and I adore how this turned out. I love the colour. I love the colour palette that I used. I've got my little notebook next to me that I've been writing things down in. So we used, on this page, we used the Derwent Light Fast pencils. We used the gel crayons that are, there is a demonstration of them on my channel. We used Jelly Roll, Arteza pen, and of course a little bit of Stickles. So there is some shine there, but I love it. I'm thinking of doing more pages in this book with this colour scheme because I just love it. It just plays so well together. So that is Seasons, the Hannah Carlson colouring book. So if you want to have a look at that colour along, it's up there on my channel. Put that to one side. I'll get this one out because I've just put some stickles on it. It's not cheating. The page was finished beforehand, I promise, but the stickles are still wet. So I did, I have to be really careful here, a page in Imaginary Friends by Karolina Kupakowska. And I did this gorgeous little guy. And he was done with Derwent pastel paints, which were the leaves, and Light Fast pencils, of course, my new birthday present. So this was before I got my gold paint, but it is a cheaper version of gold paint, and I have sticklefied it, if you can catch that. And I've just splattered some Meaden paint in the background. I don't know if you're picking up on that, but it's just a splatter on the background. I love these books. I adore them. And I have so much fun colouring in them because they don't take days and days to complete a page. So you can really get enjoyment out of completing a picture quite quickly with outstanding results because of Karolina's amazing artwork. So that was Imaginary Friends. I'll put that to one side before I put my big hand in the middle of it. Then my book is telling me that I did, let me get this pile next to me. I couldn't wait, and I was really naughty and did a page in Alice in Wonderland by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And this was gifted to me by a wonderful subscriber and friend. And I did the Alice and the Slithy Toves, and I did this page, and I love how this came out, I really do. So it might not look like there was, but there's quite a few little bits and bobs gone on in this picture. I used the polychromos, and that would have been for her skin, I think, yeah, and her hair. I used the black Prisma, white Arteza gel pens, and the background was done in pan pastels. So I went on, googled Jasmine Beckett Griffith, and I put in Alice and the Slithy Toves and got a picture that I could try to copy, and I'm thrilled with how this turned out. I really am. I think she's adorable. If I was brave enough, I'd have put glossy accents on her eyes, but I didn't want, you know, I just liked how she was. I thought, why mess about with her? She's adorable. So that's that book, and thank you so much. I had so much fun. We will do a colour along in all of the books that I've been sent. Obviously, when you've got a face the size of a watermelon, which I currently have, yeah, it's not much fun. But I will be back. I'm feeling a lot better today. I started my antibiotics yesterday, and I'm feeling a lot better today, even if I sound like I've got a fat face, if you can hear it. Okay, so that was Alice in Wonderland, my gorgeous gift, and I'm so grateful. Then I'm getting surrounded by all my books, hang on. I got this book, the Posh colouring book, and I'm really enjoying them, really hard. But so this is, sorry, I have to keep swallowing because my mouth's so fat. I don't want to butcher her name, so I'll lift it up to you. Inspired by Nature, the Posh colouring book. And you know me for wanting to copy pictures. I did this page and I am so pleased with how it came out. Let me move you in slightly. I don't want to... Okay, so this is obviously the printed image, and then this is the one that I copied. I did have to white out a few lines because they were just in the wrong places or too dark. But I used my Coloursoft, Derwent Coloursoft pencils for this, and my Pro colours that I was kindly sent, and the colours just worked really well in here. And I think I also used a little bit of black Prisma in there. I'm not sure. I haven't written it down, so maybe not. So this is my version. That's the colouring book, my version. Nearly there. But after like 3 days, it was driving me demented. Because you just want to get it done. Not that I wasn't enjoying it, but it was kind of repetitive, which you'd have thought in a way was relaxing because you've got your colours chosen, but no, because you're trying to make it look like the page, and it takes a lot of concentration. And this book, oh, is just, oh, look at that one. Oh, look at that shell. So it is just stunning, but definitely takes a lot of concentration. And obviously I was inspired by the wonderful Karen over at Zucchini Kitty, because she does the most incredible pictures in here. So I was proud, very proud with how this came out, and never in a million years thought that I would be able to produce this. So I'm thrilled with how this turned out. Okay, so that was the Posh colouring book, Inspired by Nature. And then, what's next? Okay, we did On the Other Side of the Dream. This was a colour along we did together. This is another Karolina Kupakowska, who's obviously going to feature quite heavily, I think, in my channel, or on my channel, because I adore her. So we did this as a colour along together, and I love him. I wanted his eyes to pop from the page, and I think I managed that to a degree. They look glassy. They haven't got anything on them other than the white gel pen that you can see, but they do look kind of glassy, and I think that's down to the beautiful artwork underneath. Honestly, if you haven't got this book, you should smell it. I know I've got a bit of thing about how pencils and books smell, but this smells divine. So on this page I have written down that we used the Pro colours, the Coloursoft, the Prisma Black, the colour tints, and the Meaden paints again to splatter the background. Yes, so I've written that in my little book, so that's correct. Yeah, so we used the I think we used the colour tints. I can't remember what we used them for, but it is up on my channel as a full colour along if you want to have a go. These books, I can't tell you how much fun they are. I absolutely love them, and they're such a treasure to me. You know, it's not very often that you find books that you open and fall in love with every single page, but these did it for me. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. Okay, then I did, so we did The Other Side of the Dreams, then I did some work in the gorgeous Tim Jeffs. You know how much I love Tim Jeffs. This book was also gifted to me, and I am so grateful. Thank you so much. And I did, I got a little Shutterstock picture, and I did this little guy. He's a Western Tanager? I don't know how you say that. But I'm thrilled with how he turned out as well. I used Coloursoft and my Lightfast. So this must have been, yeah, it was 2 days after my birthday. So I was just playing about with mixing the Derwents, and oops, there we go. And I'm honestly, I am loving the colours in the Lightfast set. They are spot on. They're greens for nature. You couldn't ask for more. They're just incredible. So I did this one, and it just says Colour Soft and Lightfast. So I'm really pleased with how that turned out. I love this little book. You know, if you followed me, how much I love Tim's work. Okay, let's turn over and see what else we've got. Okay, I did, and at least this way I can keep them in order. I did a page in Rita Berman's My Spring Walk. It's nothing to write home about. It's nothing special. It was just a little happy experiment. And I've made some spritz. I'll start again. Some spritz bottles out of poster paint, kids' poster paint, and just splattered it on the background. I'm not entirely happy with it, but it was a good experiment to try. What I would suggest is if you're going to use them, is do the background first, because I had to re-go over the cockerel and the flowers to bring back out the vibrancy, because the little splatters that you can see had kind of dampened it down. So I just used Black Widows on this page. I love Black Widows in this book. And when I say Black Widows, I have all the sets in one pencil case, so it would have been a mixture of the whole lot. But if you're looking for a budget pencil that gives you vibrancy, easy lay down and instant results, the Black Widows are that would be my choice. If I was starting all over again, I would start with them. So yeah, just a little page there in Rita Berman's My Spring Walk. God love Rita Berman, honestly, she's always there when you need something to do that's relaxing. Okay, then I did, sorry, I'm just trying to lean over and get them all. I did a page in Christine Caron's Realistic Portraits. Now I've photocopied it so that I can keep an uncoloured copy of each of them, and I won't be doing it in the book again. I don't like it. But I did her. And the paper, with this kind of grayscale like this, you need to build your layers. And the paper, I will only take so much. So I will, when we do a colour along in here, I will be putting it on different paper. So on this one I used Derwent Lightfast, the Derwent Pastel Paint to do the, excuse me, oh. Oh, bless my soul, I do apologise, sorry. Where were we? I did use the Derwent Lightfast, the Derwent Pastel Paints to do the blotchy background, and the Derwent Metallic Paint I put on her little bracelets. I'd got that silver in that £5 thing, and then I just glitter, put I don't know if you can pick it up. Ooh, stickles on there. These are incredible if you've got patience, these pictures, because like I've always said, Christine's work is so good that however you colour it, it turns out beautifully. The only thing I didn't like was because the paper was overworked and I put too many layers on, the lips kind of, just, I don't know, it was I could tell there was no more, I couldn't do any more work with it, so I decided to leave it as she was. And I'm going to sneeze again, what is going on? Oh, bless my soul, the window's open and it's a really hot day, so it could be. I don't normally suffer with hay fever, but I do apologise. So, Realistic Portraits by the wonderful Christine Caron. Okay, then next I did, if I can find it for you, I did a page in the wonderful Linda Ravenscroft Painting and Colouring Book 4. She's got a website, so if you just put in Linda Ravenscroft, it will come up, and all these books are for sale. And I've done lots in here. A lot of them, there are colour alongs on my channel. But I did this little lady, isn't she beautiful? I can bring you in slightly so you can see her better. She's called the Hedgeling. And I used, obviously, my Derwent Pastel Paints was this gorgeous green colour in the background. Then I used my Polychromos. Then I used Inktense paints. Yes, I don't know if I've shown you these, but you know, after my little pastel set that I showed you, I went ahead and Colt pens were selling them for £15 a set. So I went ahead and got the Derwent Inktense in the little paint trays. I got set 1 and set 2. And there are a lot of repeated colours, but there are a few, like the mango, and I can't remember now, but there are some other colours that aren't in the set. So I use those paints, and they are gorgeous to use. And I don't know why, but they feel less scary to me than the pencils. So I use the Inktense paints, and then the white Arteza gel pens, and of course, no fairy would be complete without Stickles. I love her. She's the cutest little lady. And I liked how I kind of blended the leaves so that they weren't just one standard colour. So I'm thrilled with her. She's gorgeous. So if you're looking, I'll try and get the cover back. If you're looking for a wonderful book to be able to paint and colour and throw anything at, it's these Linda Ravenscroft books, obviously, as well as Karolina Kupakowska's. Okay, then I did a page in Adorable Animals, which was gifted to me by my friend Pandit. And I did this little Easter one. I know I'm a little bit late off the mark for an Easter page, but hey ho, I fell in love with it and thought, I'm doing it. So guess what I used? See if you can guess. Yep, you got it. I used the Derwent pastel paints, and it seemed to go really well for this page. So I painted the little chicks, and I think I painted over everything because I did. Because this book is really dark grayscale. The paper is really smooth, so it's hard to colour over. So I painted with a water brush and my pastel paints, and then I coloured over it afterwards. So I used the Derwent pastel paints and Prismas. Yes, Prismas came out to play, and the Arteza white gel pen. And I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It's so cute. Look at those little chicks. Look at that little chick. So I did use sort of outline the eggs, and it didn't work out very well, but hey, I'm pleased with how it turned out. And where is it? So you get the pictures in this for inspiration. So that was the picture that I tried to copy, and then my version of it. So thrilled to bits. Love this book, and they're perforated if you want to ever take them out. So that's Adorable Animals by Jane Madey? I don't know. Adorable Animals, an absolutely fantastic book. And then I've got one more for you, which is, oh yes, this one, Mysteria. Now, you'll know in a haul, my birthday haul, which I brought with some money that my parents had given me, the Kuretake Starry Colours paints. They're just all different colours of gold. Well, I had to use them. I just had to. You know what it's like. So, in Anastasia Ellie Caldereva's Mysteria, I did this page. And I think I was very brave, to be fair. So, I used Americana, is it Art Deco paint, the flat matte one, to do the background. The rest of the image is done in a combination of Polychromos and Lightfast, mainly Lightfast. And then I did the moon. I hope you're picking up on how I just layered and daubed those Kuretake metallic paints on that moon to give it that impression of craters and whatever else. And I don't know if you can pick up just how beautifully shiny they are, but I gave her a bright green eye to match all the clovers she's in amongst. I love her hair. That was definitely the light fast. I remember specifically, in fact they're still by the side of me, some of those pencils. And I managed to finish this yesterday, even though my face, like I say, looked like a watermelon. It's not fun, people, it's not fun. And although I laugh at myself, it's been horrible. So trust me, half term, to end up with flaming toothache. But, so that is all my completed pages for this month. Now, during the month of May, I was gifted so many wonderful, beautiful things and colouring books. And I've coloured in Jasmine Beckett Griffith's one because I just couldn't wait. It was so beautiful. But I do intend to get round to doing a colour along in a lot of them. A lot of you have requested that I do it in Colouring Oceans, the new mermaid one by Colouring Chicks. So I thought we'll maybe start there. I don't know. It will depend on how I'm responding to these antibiotics. They're like horse tablets, honestly. They're like this size. But thank God for them, hey. And I will be trying to do as much as possible on camera with you during this week, so to make up for my absence. So that's my finished colouring pages. Thank you to everyone for all your support and your love, and the messages when I said that I'd got this horrendous tooth. I love you all so much for the way you look after me. It means the world. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and being all sentimental with you. I'll let you go so that I can finish my cup of tea and choose the next page that we're going to colour together. Alright, my lovely people, I'll let you go. Take really good care of yourselves until we see each other again. Bye bye.